Morning everybody, Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day, and today we're going to be using Stirling's Naked and Smooth once again with a little bit of Avon Deep Woods. This is in the big container. 8 ounces of goodness, and about a quarter of it's gone. It's you've seen it if you've been around before. It's in the big mugs in here. That's just a pull out type thing that you pull out that holds all the juice. And then we're going to be using the second use of Astra blades with the Gillette Super Speed. I had to think for a second what it was. All right, how's your day going? Yeah, ever since getting this Naked and Smooth soap, I've been doing all kinds of aftershave additions to it. So now I got Avon Deep Wood shave soap. Yeah. Just realized how much soap I got all over the handle of my brush. It fell inside and yep, smells like Deep Woods. And I got a little drippy, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it smells good. I think it's like my third favorite on the scale of soap or aftershave you can get from Avon from back in the day. You got obviously Wild Country is my favorite, and then you had Thai Winds and Deep Woods, and there's some good ones. They had a whole bunch of other ones that were kind of not so popular. You don't see them very often, but they're out there. I'm about the only person I know. Oh, there's two. It's like Scott over at the Shaving with Peg Leg. He uses it every once in a while. He's a old school shaver like me. I think Chuck. There's another one that has some Avon stuff. I got Sig onto the Wild Country. He's probably the biggest channel that uses it. So we'll leave it to Sig to get a hold of Stirling and say, hey guys, we need some Wild Country shave soap because we just can't leave Rusty Razor constantly using it with your Naked and Smooth to make Avon soaps. I'm just a small fish in the sea. In a sea full of giant behemoths. Yeah, this Gillette Super Speed's a really good razor. The only thing I gotta watch is it's a little more aggressive than a lot of my razors. And you get around all the bumps and stuff. I gotta watch it right around here with my mole skin tag. I guess it's a skin tag. These are the ones where you catch it and you shave the top off and you're bleeding everywhere. Another episode of the Bloodsport, you know. So basically I put in about the same amount I would for aftershave on the face. I put it in the soap. When I lather it all up, so really to the consistency I want, and then I put some in and then do another, keep lathering it for a while to get it all mixed up. And then you got that scent in there, which I'll save this for tomorrow's shave too. Why waste it? Because Deep Woods is unattainium now. They don't make it anymore. I think the last supply of it went out the door in the 80s. Now my 8 ounces, I still got about 6 ounces left in my container, but I don't know if it'd be kind of hard to maybe replace it. When it's gone, it's gone. It's like the same thing with I do have probably about 20 ounces worth of Wild Country. Maybe it's more in the house. I got a lot of Wild Country because it was my favorite. My grandmother would give me a lot of it. Because I said before she was an Avon salesperson. She was always, it was like, well, some of the stuff that I have went to my one older brother, but he was like, nah, I don't like this stuff, but you can have it. I was doubling up. He was an Old Spice guy. Now he wears all kinds of colognes and stuff, but because he can afford it. For him, $100 is nothing to spend. It's like when he comes over to visit, you know, or I go out over to his place. He's like, yeah, you want to go out to dinner? Let's go. And he'll just pay. So I pay. He's facilities manager at one of the VA hospitals. So he makes good money. His wife owns the business too. He makes really good money. I used to work for her doing her books. I was basically her accountant for her business for a while before I told her, your business is too big for me now to handle everything. You need somebody that's a dedicated accountant over by you that needs to do this job every day. So she hired somebody on my recommendation. And I used to get to go through and see all the names of all the places, because she had a cleaning service that would go into homes and clean their homes and stuff. And I would see the names of all of the people that she did work for. I'm like, that's who's who basically in that side of the state. Kind of the coolest one though was, yeah, you get your typical coaches and all that from one of the major universities that's over there. That I don't consider that a big deal. Some people may like think about it as, you know, hey, I clean the house of, let's say, coach of the, let's say the Indianapolis Colts or something like that. You know, it's like, say something like that or something, or some person. But you know, here the coolest one though was that this individual worked on the set of Survivor. He was a cameraman. Got to meet him, and he would go in on the island. So if you ever watch Survivor, you see, which I avidly watch Survivor. I've always been a fan of it since it started. Wife and I are both are, but this guy would go on along with a whole bunch of other people. Basically, there's a cameraman or crew that goes with every contestant that are following these people everywhere. So, you know, you always see these little blurbs where so-and-so's hiding in the bush watching. Cameraman's watching the person. So you're not really hiding. So they kind of play it up like they're hiding, but no, they're not hiding. Yeah, it was like, you can't go anywhere without having a cameraman or woman following along. Sort of the same thing as like, almost did some work for the Amazing Race too, but they kind of do their thing at the same time in the summertime a lot of times. So, and that's the same thing there, where you have a single camera man or woman that's in the vehicle when they're moving around or they're chasing and stuff. So there always has somebody that's in. You got to be in shape too, because when they're running and doing all this climbing and stuff, you got to be just as healthy and or more so than the people that you're filming. The things you find out is kind of a rigorous test to make sure that they were in good condition to be a camera person for Amazing Race. And when you see the like on Survivor, when they're doing the council, the tribal council, you got a bunch of camera people there. It's like a studio with all the fancy cameras and everything set up, ready to film everything that's going on. So little things you find out, connections. But and my sister-in-law, she throws a big giant party once a year at Christmas time. Around that time, she has a lot of her clients show up, and I'll show up, and every once in a while I'll go to it, and they'll say, "Hey, Rosie, I know you people, but I don't know." And then they start chatting to you like you have, like everybody knows everything about you. You're like, oh, who the hell are these people? And you find out they're clients, and it's like, oh, she talks about us all the time. Okay. It's a weird feeling when people are talking to you like you should know them, like, but they know you. Like, and they say, "Hey, do you know how'd that come out that you were doing this?" And you're like, "Okay, yeah." That's weird. Who are you again? It's kind of that awkward thing where, you don't want to be rude. It's like, I don't know you. What is your name again? You need a name tag. You just kind of play along. Yeah, all right. Almost. Yeah, it takes a little more work because I got all these crevices in my chin for all the damage. Sometimes it takes more effort to get in there. But yeah, it works. It's a good razor, even if it is, so it's 70 years old, 70 plus years old. Probably 75 years old, most likely. Scott from Nowhere to Shaving to Shiva. That's Andrew. Shaving a peg leg. Gosh, got all these names in my head, but got me some information about it. What would what. And I think it is the 49 to 50 range this one is. 51, I think it was. I think at 52 they started putting date codes or something. go. Clean up a little mess. Well, that was good. It's nice and smooth. Always get a good shave. It was just a slight more aggression with the super speed versus what I'm used to, like in the Mercor, the Edwin Jagger, or even the Rockwell. But you get a good shave anyway. But you'll have a little bit of, I get a little more irritation right through here typically. All right, just a dash of Unatanium Deep Woods. Woo! It burns us. Right here, like I said, you know, I can feel it right through here. And it smells good though. You get kind of a floral scent, but then that goes away and you get more of a woodsy scent comes across at the bottom. But you do have a little dash bit of like a floral to it. But you know, that's has it say anywhere Deep Woods? Yeah, there we go. Right there. It says Deep Woods. Alright. So that's the shave of the day, everybody. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to put a note on the mirror. The razor company, I have a affiliate link down below. That's the first thing you're going to see right at the top. Click on it if you want anything to get from the razor company. If you're going to purchase something, hey, click on it, and it gives a little kickback to me, which I'll turn around and add to the giveaways when I get to a certain point. So, all right, so there you go. So there is Stirling's Naked and Smooth, a neutral scent of just a base soap, which you can add your own stuff to. And let me tell you, it smells good when you add your own stuff to it that you like. All right, so there's a second use Astra blades with the Gillette Super Speed. Excellent little shave today. Nice and smooth. Got the job done. Me happy. All right, so that's the shave there, everybody. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe. Yes, subscribe, please. And then we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.